What is up, guys? It is the Blue Bloods here, and it's recruiting season, the off season. I had to get one of the newest Alabama State commits in the house, man. He's an athlete according to all recruiting sites, but man, this kid is a stud DB, return specialist, Jaylon Belford, an all district selection this past year as well, and will be playing for the Alabama State Hornets come next season, man. Jalen, appreciate you hopping on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, man. But we got to start with Texas high school football. And this question is reserved strictly for people out of Texas, man. Do you feel like playing high level Texas high school football prepared you for college football better than another state?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Texas got the best football out of anywhere. To be honest, you play against big guys, shifty guys, quick guys. A lot of people will offer, so it prepare you for playing against college talent. So I feel like yeah, it's the best place to play football. So yeah, I feel like I'm ready to work, and I'm working right now. So yeah, I'm ready for it.
Oh, man, I like it. And, let's go to your recruiting process, man. You committed to Alabama State. What other schools were on you? Who have you talked to? And what has your recruiting process been like up to this point?
I've been in contact with a few coaches, Incarnate Word, um, Charleston Southern, another HBCU, Lafayette. I talked to the coaches a little bit. So I talked to a few schools. Honestly, the Alabama State were recruiting me the hardest. They made me feel like the coaches made me feel like I was special, a good talent. They prioritized my grades first too. They made it clear that that's a good thing to have on the roster, along with my return ability and playing DB. So I feel like yeah, that's the best school that recruited me, and I could most definitely see myself being there for the next 4 years.
Oh, man. And you already headed off my next question. I was going to go into your commitment, but let's move on here to what coaches on the recruiting staff were you talking to the most? Which coaches were recruiting you the hardest out of, Alabama State?
Coach Brown, Coach Derek Brown, he's a new coach. He got in contact with me. He seen my film and he loved it. He really let the other coaches know about me, and the DB coach loved me. So I got to go on a visit, talk to Coach Rob and all the strength and conditioning coach. I mean Coach Robinson and all the strength and conditioning coaches. And yeah, it was love. Yeah, I love the campus. I love the coaches and everything.
Oh, man, I like to hear it. I'm from Alabama. I've seen that campus. They got amazing facilities. The stadium's gorgeous, right on the side of I-85 as well. But
Yeah.
you mentioned his name already. What are your thoughts on, new head coach Eddie Robinson Jr.? I mean, did he sell you on the vision of the program? What is he like behind the scenes, man? Because not a lot of media have really gotten to know him yet, being a new coach. So, what was your experience like meeting him?
He's very down to earth. I could tell he's very humble. I know he has a passion for winning. He's very professional as well too. I feel like he's a great head coach, and I'm ready to play under him and for all the other coaches too.
Oh, man, I like it. And so this question is expanding to the rest of the SWAC, man. How much did the SWAC and HBCU movement influence your decision to commit to Alabama State?
Uh, I've been to a few SWAC games, Southern games, even game day visits for PV, and I actually got to see PV play Alabama State in person. So seeing that game and seeing everything and seeing the atmosphere, the bands, the crowd, the energy they all bring, it's just something like no other to me, of course. Um, to be around a lot of my people and my culture, I feel like that'll make me more comfortable being myself. So I feel like yeah, that a lot of that influenced me to commit to Alabama State and want to be there.
Oh, man, I like it. So let's get to know Jaylon Belford a little bit better, man. I know a lot of people are excited about you headed to Montgomery, but first, man, what are your biggest strengths as a player? And that can be on the defensive side of the ball, that can be on special teams. But if you had to encapsulate yourself as a player, what would you say?
I would say I'm a speedster. I'm quick. I got good hips. I'm shifty on the kick return. I'm hard to tackle as well too. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the biggest guy, but I got heart when I'm running the ball. I don't like being tackled. I don't like being touched. Yeah, if you see my film, I rarely get touched, and if I do, I'm mad about it. I'm fast. I can get back and recover if I ever do mess up on a play. A lot of the times you'll see me like overrun a receiver when the ball's in the air. Like I get to the ball before the receivers as well. So I feel like my speed helps me a lot in my game. Being shifty and having them hips as well, being able to break on them shifty receivers, guarding slot receivers, being able to break on them routes before they can, reading their hips. I feel like I'm a good all around player when it comes to my strengths. I know it's places I can work on, but yeah.
Oh man, I like that. And I'm looked at your huddle, man. Did I see, like, it's sub 4.4 speed, if I'm not mistaken, right? I mean, what's your fastest 40 you were ever clocked at?
Hand time, I want to say like sub. I want to say like 4.41, 4.42.
Man.
Laser 4.49, I think, for and a 4.47. But I'm I know if I'm in my best shape and doing what I need to do, eating right, in the weight room, I could get to my full potential and possibly run even faster than that.
Oh man, I know they got a lot of Alabama State fans excited on that one. And you mentioned this question at the end of the last one. What's one thing that you think you need to work on to improve your game?
I feel like I have to when I get to the college level, I feel like I'm gonna have to study a lot of film. It's a lot of different receivers on the college level. A lot of different variety of receivers, fast one. Like I said, shifty, bigger guys that like to run the deep routes. The fast ones that like to run the short routes. I feel like when I'm guarding someone, I need to know what their strengths are as a player and what they do when they go into a certain route, so I could break on it or I can be there. I can get better with my hands when it comes to pressing. Like I said, I'm a fast guy, so I could press and get beat and still make up for it. But when I do press, I rarely do. So, but I feel like I do need to get better on pressing, get stronger for them bigger guys and on the college level. So yeah, but I'm most definitely ready to do it too.
Oh man, I like to hear that. I know a lot of I know that's what sold you for coaches and a lot of fans on this interview right here. But man, one of the things I really like to focus on as an analyst is return specialist, because it's such a unique ability, and there's not every fast guy can do it, not every quick guy can do it. You have to have every aspect of it checked off. For you, what are the keys to being a successful return specialist?
Honestly, you can be decently fast, but it's all about your awareness of everything. Like even if you watch my older highlights from from freshman year, and even yeah from freshman year, I think freshman year, I was returning kicks and playing off. I was playing offense before defense, so I feel like my awareness from that brings me to be able to return kicks like the way I do. When I'm running the ball, I see things before. Like I feel like I see people coming before they actually do. I'm fast too, so I can get around certain things. I can juke certain people, and yeah, I feel like you got to be aware of everything going on around you. You don't want to get blindsided or anything like that. So you just got to be aware and like don't have tunnel vision, basically.
Oh man, and I give you guys a lot of credit, man, because that's the one play where everyone on the field gets a head start before you, and they're coming full speed. So, shout out to all the return specialists out there, and shout out to you for that. But looking at yourself as a player, man, which NFL defensive back do you think you model your game after the most?
Current or any
It could be any.
all time, I'll probably say Dion, just with the returning. I'm not saying I'm comparing myself to him, but that's who I always looked up to. I watched this before every game. I watch the highlight reel, the same one. I try to do what he does, besides the celebrating and getting called back nowadays. Yeah. Um, but yeah, I try to return the kicks. I try to be everywhere, but not doing anything out of my role. I'm a team player first, so I don't want to try to play different positions like when I'm supposed to be doing something else and mess up for the whole team. I don't try to outdo myself. So I feel
Oh,
like yeah, I'm modeling myself after him.
listen, that's a great answer. No need to apologize on that one, man. That's a great role model, and you get to play him this next season as well as the
Yeah,
head coach over there at Jackson State. So that should be exciting. But you don't
mhm.
have to give away all your secrets, man. But if you're in one-on-one coverage, man on man, what's the number one mistake a wide receiver can make against you?
Nah, that's a hard one. I think being a bigger guy, don't try to do a double move on me, because I feel like I'm there every time. Don't try to cut like being a bigger guy. If you want to do anything, the best bet would probably be a go ball, and still I'm fast enough to get there. But yeah, double moves unless you're a quick, shifty, short guy. It really won't work. Honestly, yeah,
Man, I like the answer. You said you could try if you want. I'm
yeah,
going to beat you to the spot every time. And
yeah.
you mentioned one of the guys you look up to is Dion. He had one of the craziest pregame routines, laying out his whole uniform. Walk me through your pregame routine on game days.
Walking like through the whole day or just before the
Oh
game.
no, no, no! Just like right before the game. How do you get ready for the game?
In the locker room before the coaches start talking, I'm watching the highlights. I watch Dion highlights, and then a lot of times I even watch the other players. I'm guarding highlights just to see what they're good at. Even though I did it the whole week, I want to make sure I'm on top of my game. Go on the field, catch some kicks. That's what a lot of the my pregame consists of: catching kicks and punt returns, uh, one-on-one work, DB work, guarding, press, man, all that. And the whole time I'm listening to music. I got music in my ears unless I'm listening to the coach and following coach's instructions when that time comes. But yeah, until then, get hype on my teammates. Try to hype the team up. I ain't gonna talk about that right now. But we had a good season. So that energy, that I feel like reflecting energy off each other, that's what caused that. So the energy is a big part of the pregame. So yeah, that's my pregame routine.
Man, I like it. Got to get ready for the moment. And, DBs, notorious trash talkers, always. Every wide receiver I've had on here has said DBs are the worst. But for you, man, in the game, are you a big trash talker, towards your matchup or the other team?
Honestly, I don't try to downplay anybody. Just just me. Honestly, I don't try to downplay anybody, but I do talk trash, but only once if it's like aimed at me first. I won't go out of my way to talk trash to somebody, especially if I know I'm gonna outwork them and I'm gonna outdo them on the field. I don't feel like I need to.
Ooh, I like it. He said, "When you go home with no catches, then
Yeah.
you'll know what happened on Friday nights and eventually Saturdays." But man, looking ahead, outside of Jackson State, because I know you just said Dion and all that. What other SWAC opponent are you most excited to play against?
Um, most probably PV if we play PV. When we play PV, it's closer to where I'm from, like Houston. So I know my whole family's gonna be there if we do travel there. I know some people on the team as well that I went to my previous high school with that graduated and went there. So yeah, I feel like, and that's gonna be good competition too. They good record, good team. They had a good coaching staff. They still do, but a lot of them left and went to Southern, which I'm excited to play them too. Yeah, Coach Dooley. Yeah, he's an amazing coach. So probably Southern and PV.
Oh man, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for both those matchups, and of course, Jackson State comes to y'all's house this year in Montgomery, so I'm sure it's going to be packed out there in Montgomery this year, man. But looking ahead, what are your personal goals for the 2022 season as a true freshman for the Hornets?
Honestly, I wouldn't feel too good about myself if I didn't get a couple kick returns or at least one. At least one, I would say, because it's the collegiate level, so it's gonna be a lot different. I say so. At least one or two would be good. Maybe a pick or two. It's gonna be kind of hard. It's a lot of DBs on the roster and going. So there's gonna be a lot of out working in practice, trying to get that starting spot and trying to prove myself and see, like show why I could be the best DB1. I'm ready for the competition too. I'm ready to. My biggest goal is probably earning the starting spot. It's a big one, but if you believe in yourself and you put the work in, I believe you can do anything. Like my mom always tell me, put faith in God. My favorite Bible verse, Luke 137, for with God nothing shall be impossible. So I feel like nothing in my way is impossible. No obstacle can stop me, and I can do what I need to do to be successful.
Oh man, great answer there. And like you said, there have been some dogs in the secondary for Alabama State. We just saw Jacquez Payton have a huge year.
Mhm.
Earshot Davis, of course, has been a baller the past 2 seasons. So gonna have some great mentors over there in Montgomery, man, and earning a starting spot there. That is an achievement in its own. And
Yeah.
kickers, if you're listening, don't kick away from my guy. Give him some chances. Let him run one back on. Don't let him run you one back, but don't kick out of bounds.
Yeah.
Don't kick out of bounds on them. But man, last question here. This could be personal to you, but what keeps you motivated year in, year out, despite the all district selections, despite about to become a SWAC athlete in college? What keeps you motivated?
Honestly, going back to what I was just talking about, my mom. My mom has been a perfect role model in my life, the best role model in my life. She does everything in her power to do. She did everything in her power to get me to where I'm at now. Transferring schools, um, you know, making sure I eat, make sure I have a roof over my head, and I'm really appreciative of that. And I want to pay her back somehow in any way I can, whether it's going to school for free, getting a good degree, and being able to provide for my mom. Um, that's what it is. I feel like I'm in a major debt, even though she wouldn't say that because I'm her son, but I feel like I'm in a big debt to my mom. I, without her, I wouldn't even be here. She's a great role model, and that's someone that I really look up to.
Oh man, great answer. And for you, man, listen, you're committed now to Alabama State. Going to be enrolling, in just a few months. So let everyone know, where can they follow you on social media, give your shout outs, and we'll make sure to send Hornet Nation straight your way on social media.
On Instagram and Twitter, it's the same at JB10K. It's the same on both. So shoot me a follow. I'll reply any questions or anything. Yeah.
Oh man, I like it. And guys, you already know what it is on this show. It's support the players. All the Jalen social media will be in the comments below and will be tagged on our social media as we promote this throughout the day. So make sure to go give him a follow. The bigger his platform gets, the better opportunities he will have for NIL deals and things like that moving in the future, man. But Jalen, I appreciate you so much for hopping on here, guys. He's going to be balling out for the Hornets over there in Montgomery. I'm going to be in Montgomery for some games this year, man. So definitely going to have to catch up there. But guys, for Jalen, myself, and the Blue Bloods, we are out for right now.
Sir.